Good evening and welcome to the first Treasurers debate in this election campaign, live and ad-free right here on Sky News. Now to Treasurer Jim Chalmers, welcome. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Thanks, Ross.
And also to the Shadow Treasurer, Angus Taylor, thanks for your time this evening as well.
Great to be with you.
There you go. Well, this debate sees both men go head-to-head for the very first time, and in 3 years or maybe 6 years' time, who knows, they might well debate again as Prime Minister and as Opposition Leader. Only time will tell. So, can I go to the rules of the debate tonight, shall we? Jim Chalmers and Angus Taylor will give an opening statement of around about 1 minute. Their pitch, if you like, to try and get your vote. A coin toss before we started sees Jim Chalmers speak first. Sky News reporters also have been out in key electorates asking voters the questions that they want answered by Jim Chalmers and Angus Taylor. We'll also address 3 key areas that we think shape this election from an economic point of view. One is our economic future that includes Donald Trump's tariffs, our ability to cope with an economic downturn. Then there's the cost of living, so energy, jobs, fuel, groceries, all those things that people really feel very much at home now. Then to Australia's competitiveness, record numbers of small businesses are collapsing right now. What has to change to make Australia a great place to do business in and to make money as well? We'll also, just interestingly, to do this tonight, we're going to ask each of you to ask the other one a question. Got the question ready? That'll be good. Tell you what, we'll see how that goes. And if that doesn't start the sparks flying, we're going to bring in Sky News political editor Andrew Clennell, who is sure to ruffle some feathers. So they're the rules. Jim Chalmers, you get the first word. You've got a minute or so to sell us on your vision for Australia and why, under a government that you're a senior leader of, why it will always be the greatest place on earth.
Thanks very much, Ross, for the opportunity tonight, and thanks, Angus, for the chance to speak to everyone at home about the choices that are central to this election. These are uncertain times in the world, but Australia is well placed and well prepared because of our economic plan, but also because of the progress that we have made together as Australians. Now, when this government came to office, inflation was much higher and rising. Real wages and living standards were falling sharply, and we were already on track for more than $1 trillion of debt. And since then, inflation has come down considerably. Real wages and incomes and living standards are starting to grow again. Unemployment is low. We've created 1 million jobs. Interest rates have started to come down. We've got the debt down, and growth is rebounding solidly in our economy as well. So all of this puts us in good stead in uncertain times, but we know that there's much more work to do because we do understand that people are still under pressure, and we know that the global environment is so uncertain. And that's why our economic plan is so important, and it's why we seek a second term to do justice to the progress that Australians have made together in our first. Our economic plan is about helping with the cost of living, cutting taxes and making the Australian economy more resilient in uncertain times.
All right, Jim Chalmers, you've got a few extra seconds there. I'll probably give that to Angus Taylor as well. Angus, I want your pitch as to why the coalition should be the government after this election.
Well, thanks, Ross. Thanks, Jim. It's great to be here. And we are living in uncertain and tumultuous times. And the choice at this election is who do you trust to manage the economy? The context for it is that Australians are worse off than they were just 3 years ago as they dig deep into their savings, as they work harder for less, and as they cut back on essential spending. Now, Labor promised the world. They promised lower electricity prices. They promised lower mortgage costs. They promised a lower cost of living and easier lives. The reality has been different. Prices are up, debt is up, deficits are up, spending is up, taxes are up. But the one thing that is down and has collapsed is Australian standard of living that's fallen more than ever before in our history, more than any of our peer countries around the world. Now, there is an alternative, a better plan to get this country back on track, to beat inflation, to boost growth, to back small business, to fix our housing and energy markets, and to provide immediate relief at the bowser as we fix our budget to ensure that we protect our nation for the future. I'm really looking forward to talking more about our plan tonight.